Are we live? Oh, hello everyone. That's fine. But hello everyone. So sorry we're late. Uh-huh. It can't be a high night year if we're not ending it with technical difficulties. Oh no. Oh no. Gotta do it the boomer way. People are gonna think we're yeah, this is very millennial. But okay, I have to tell the Gen Zers there, millennials are very good at technology. This This is just a technical. This is just weird. Things are just not cooperating. That's fine. I mean, it's barely December anyway. And yes, while Motzie is doing that, hello everyone. Happy December. Good to see you all. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. Happy to see everyone, and we're going to celebrate Christmas by reading some horror stories. Hmm. I mean, this is basically we're basically giving them a tutorial anyway. We're good. Hello, everyone. It is what it is, but sadly, it is still the best platform there is for this kind of thing that we have right now. You know, technology will only get better. But for now, Discord, please help. Please help us. Please get better at things. So this is a cautionary tale for aspiring streamers like us. Aspiring. It's not like we've been doing yeah. Right. It's part of the brand now, I'd say at this point. Yeah, we're doing our best. Yeah, I say that jokingly. We do not intend to make this part of the brand. Am I not a square? I'm I'm be there or be square. You know, I think I was like in my mid 20s when I realized why that phrase is what it is. Be there or be square, because if you're a square, that means you're not around. Oh. Huh. Okay. That's true. Yeah, chicken and egg. But it is very possible. It is. I would love for it to be the round meaning though, because that's just very fun and silly and cute. And I would love for that to be the actual origin of the slang term. That would be so silly. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Let me check. Unfortunately, you're not audible on the on the YouTube. I've been Hello everyone. So I've been talking to I have just learned I've been talking to our audience
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay though.
Solo. Flying
Solo.
solo.
Flying
That's
solo.
okay. That's okay. I think everyone heard we're just doing some good old troubleshooting.
Exactly. Okay, I think this is good now. I think actually, can you hear me now?
Okay, let me check. Go keep talking.
Mm-hmm. Hello, hello. Am I audible now? Am I good now? Am I gooch now?
Yep, you're good. You're
I
good now.
am gooch. Oh my gosh.
You're
Well,
good.
you know,
We made it. We got here, guys.
finally, right? Okay. Now that we've gotten here, I need to quickly go to the bathroom. And so, Reg, I'm gonna blow you up. I'm gonna make you very big right now, and you can entertain our guests as we go. As we go
Hello.
on. As long as I
So
don't wake
after
you.
troubleshooting,
Yeah, I must
Mozzie's
leave.
gonna go over and do a different kind of shooting, I guess.
Wow, that's the worst way you could have put that, by the way. That is the absolute worst
I'm,
way you could have said
I
that.
am so bad at
I now like regret bringing you back on. Like you should have stayed off this.
I am so bad at
Yeah.
this.
Okay. Now
But
you are now the host of this gathering for now. I will be right back.
okay. Hello everyone. Please ignore that very bad joke. Again, if you just got here, guys, hello. Happy December. This is welcome to the High Night December live stream. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. Happy holidays and much love to you even if you don't. So we're here and we're obviously celebrating this warm, cozy season of giving by telling some good old-fashioned scary stories. And who better to tell them than our very own Mari Datuin, who loves doing her monologues and soliloquies, Motzie herself. So that's what we're doing. If you were on our past live streams, I think Motzie at one point showed a very, very scary looking book. Hi, hi Morgan. Hi, thanks for joining our live stream. Hello, hello. I hope you enjoy some spooky tales we got. We got a bunch lined up, and again to everyone who was very patient with us, thank you so much for putting up with our troubleshooting. I promise we are getting better at it. Sometimes, things just happen. Sometimes things are just weird. But we love you for putting up with us. Apologies and thank you again. So much love. And hello, guys. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. And as I was saying, Mottie's gonna read some good old fashioned horror stories from a good old fashioned book, not online, not a TikTok, some actual book, and not just a book, some actual very cursed looking book. I think it's from the 1930s. Motzie at one point showed it in a previous live stream. I believe it was the October one. Yes, that was the horror one. That was our horror live. That was our Halloween live stream, and I think Motzie found I forgot where. I think like from a store or like a market. I don't know, like a vintage store or something. She got this very cursed looking book, and as you do with these cursed books, what do you do with them? You see a bunch of suspicious looking Latin, you read them out loud and summon the demons. Anyway, hello, welcome back.
Thank you. I heard about the demons. You're so right.
Uh-huh.
You're so
Yeah,
correct.
as I was saying, when you find an old cursed looking book from the 1930s, you do it you do the wise thing and read it out loud. And if there's some suspicious looking Latin, even more so. And then you summon
Exactly.
the demons, and that's what we're here to do this Christmas.
Very true. I mean, like what else will you do with an old 1930s book? Not read it?
Exactly. And I mean, it's Christmas. I mean, demons drink blood.
Hmm.
Jesus drank blood.
Jesus
I
didn't
mean, it's
drink
in this.
blood.
Oh
Reg,
no, we're drinking his
we're
blood.
drinking his blood. Come on.
Oh,
Don't be
as
cool to
a, oh,
Jesus.
I failed my Catholic school upbringing. But I mean, yeah,
Jesus is a
demons drink
vampire.
blood. I love that. I love that headcanon. I think Jesus is a vampire from now on.
That's true.
He did die and come back.
Mm, we could do something
So,
considered.
I mean, what we're doing is basically in the spirit of Christmas anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you also been, has it also happened to you where the internet has destroyed our brain so much? Oh, there's an audio issue. Let me fix that. But has it also happened to you where, because it's the giving season, but now at this point, anytime I read the words it's
It's
giving
giving
season, I read it
season.
as it's giving
Season.
season.
It's true. It is giving
It's
season
so
for
wait,
some.
let me.
Hmm. Yes. I'm just yeah. Okay. Let me make sure. Yeah, we both just went silent. I'm so sorry. We are so good at this, aren't
Oh
we?
no, I was I was fixing my audio.
Yeah, and
So
I was
can
like
you still
posting
hear
on
my?
Tumblr.
Oops, sorry about that,
We
guys.
both went
Again.
like
Yeah, we both went. Yeah. Can you still hear yourself on my
No, I'm
audio?
good. I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Okay,
handling
okay,
that.
we're good. Sorry about that, guys. Again,
We're streamers. We're streamers, don't you know?
we are. So I normally have like a different setup. I normally have my microphone and my headphones. Uh, it's just today I'm spending it at home, so I don't have my usual equipment. So, like again, like readjusting to everything.
Yeah, and
But yeah,
like
guys,
yeah, it's
yeah,
just
go ahead. We did it again.
yeah, sabay pa tayo na. We keep going at the same time because we're best friends and
Yeah.
we're on the same mental level. Mababa.
Yeah. We finish each other's. You're dead to me now. You're dead to
Red
me.
just
How
leaves
could
the
you do this?
Red just
I'm
leaves the
just gonna
call.
leave.
Yeah, just like
How
disappears.
could you? How could you?
It's the it's the equivalent of like Reg holding a hand up to like get a high five and me just
How
ignoring
could
her.
you? I would have actually left if I wasn't afraid of more technical difficulties.
Dang. Yeah, I
I
mean,
would have left and come back an hour later.
honestly, like doing bits would require way more like technical know-how. I can't troubleshoot right now. That was
This
good
is
though. That
this
was
is
good.
really it. A lot of this isn't this is yeah, I was joking. We're not reading horror stories. We are the horror story.
We are
And
the horror story.
simultaneously Yeah, we are the horror story. And simultaneously, I guess we're also now a stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
but the joke is us.
Yeah, the joke is us. Thank you, Morgan. It is a tiny hat. I'm very happy with I love this tiny hat so much. It's literally
I
what I
love
did.
your tiny hat. I
If
wish I had a tiny hat.
well, I mean, I'm coming home for Christmas. That's why we're doing this early, and I'm gonna bring Red a tiny
Yay!
hat. And if we can, we might
I'm so
do a.
excited.
We could maybe do a bonus live stream if we have time, or at least something together.
Yeah, we're in the same room.
Yeah, we will be in the same room. I'm going home for for the holidays in the Philippines. So that's why we're doing this weekend,
Yeah,
because I'm actually leaving by next weekend, and I'm gonna be in the Philippines, and it's gonna be hot, and I'm gonna suffer.
the hot, humid weather is so excited to have you back.
Thanks.
As is the Manila traffic.
Thanks. Yeah, especially the was
Specific.
it the Manila Christmas tree is literally just
Oh
like
my
all
god.
the traffic
Yeah,
lights.
along EDSA,
Oh yeah.
along EDSA
Not traffic
Road.
lights, sorry, the
Yeah.
lights of the traffic is what I mean. Like literally just lights
Yeah,
from the
not the
traffic.
traffic lights. Yeah. Lights of the cars stuck in traffic. That is what
Exactly.
a Filipino Christmas tree would be.
Exactly. It's true. Okay, I'm just making sure
Yeah.
everything is
If you
on.
know, you know.
If you know, you know. That's true. Okay, I'm just making sure it's all here, that we've posted
Yeah.
everywhere so people
I
don't
went
feel
out.
bad.
Yeah. The traffic's so bad. So I live in the north of Manila, and anytime I go to nowadays, whenever I go to Makati, which is in the south of Manila, which is without traffic would be a 30 to 40-minute drive. Now it takes 3 hours maybe.
Oh god. Hasn't gotten
Yeah.
better, has it?
So yeah. And it's just gonna get worse the closer we get to Christmas season. Just to give people an idea of what traffic is like
That's a
here.
Reg, I'm so sad.
So be excited. At least you live in a pretty good area where everything's,
That's
a
true.
walking distance.
That's
Yeah.
true. I am lucky. I understand that I'm
I
lucky.
live, yeah, I pretty much live in our version of the suburbs where I have to drive to get to anywhere.
Hmm, that's true also.
The only thing I can walk to is a convenience store. It's so funny. My brother, he just came home from LA,
Oh yeah, nice. How is he?
and yeah, he's good, and he's like, those Los Angeles people, they keep complaining about LA traffic, and I'm like, no, I've seen war.
I've seen yeah, you've seen the worst traffic of all. Philippine
Yeah,
traffic.
this is, it really is.
Yeah.
Philippine Christmas traffic.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So,
That's even
yeah,
worse.
anyone listening, if you guys are planning to visit the Philippines, we would love to have you, but do not come here in December.
Yeah. If you are coming here in December, just be ready to not go anywhere or do anything.
Yeah, just be stuck at home.
Yeah, make sure you're in an area where you can just walk to everything, because it's not gonna be great if you
Yep,
like move around. But yeah, okay.
yep.
So just the thing for tonight that we have planned is just chatting. We're just chatting, but also I'll probably start reading a spooky story soon. I said I would read from the cursed book, but the cursed book has like they're short stories, but they're kind of long. So we'll see what we have, and then we'll see like if it'll be fun to read them or not, and then we'll see from
We
there.
can go with one. And I do also have some other short stories
Mm-hmm.
that we can do that's not from the cursed book.
Oh, fair. Just like some was it like
It's
creepy
it
pastas?
it yeah, it's from the even more cursed Reddit.
Oh, the very cursed Reddit. That's true. Oh, Reg.
More cursed than a 1930s cursed looking book, I would say.
That's fair. Reddit Reddit is the most cursed. Although to be fair, we're not on Reddit, so I feel like we should be fairer to them. We have not like done any. They what have they done to us? You know?
True. Okay, I say this as a frequent-ish Redditor. Like Reddit has some great stuff.
Yeah, but it is
Like
also cursed. That's true.
disclaimer.
That's
It is
true.
also cursed.
You think
Which is why I say it confidently because I do read a lot of Reddit posts.
with
It
affection,
is cursed,
with
I would
affection.
say.
Yeah, Reddit with affection.
Yeah. It's cursed with a parenthetical endearing.
Fair. Reg, I have a question.
Yes.
Should we make a Hainai Reddit? I'm not gonna be the one running it, but should we make one?
I don't know what goes into running our Reddit,
That's good. That's a good point.
but sure.
I don't know.
Who
I
wants
don't
to
know.
be a Reddit mod?
I know, right? That's really what it
Anyone?
is.
Yeah, anyone chime in who wants to be a Reddit mod right now for Hainai?
It's an option, especially if people are into the story
It is
now.
an option. We 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 can circle back to that.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
circle back to that in the next meeting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hear myself again, Reg. I'm just gonna call it out. I'm not gonna like try to make you I'm not message you so you like look away from the camera again.
Or
Because I've been we've both just
oh
I've been
no.
spending too much time looking down.
Huh.
Is that on my
Okay.
end? Actually, let me make sure that's not on my end. Is the thing.
Oh no.
But if I switch, no, it shouldn't be on my end. It should be just yeah, it should be fine.
I already changed all my I already changed my settings.
It's really odd. Oh, it's fine now. Okay, it's good now. It must have been just a brief something.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let me grab the book and let's see what we have.
Ooh, we're grabbing the book, and then you turn to the first page, and it's questionable Latin.
I feel bad because
In
basically
blood red.
I need to get this repaired. Like it's a proper 1930s book, and this is like the back has kind of fallen off. This is like the spine.
That's
I have to like.
that's
get
what
it
makes
fixed.
it that's what gives it the vibe.
That's true. So this book is literally just called The Mystery Book. That's all it's called. And it was
We're already very cursed.
Yeah. It has some great art too. Like this is the very
We're
first
the
page. Hmm?
we are the we're the teenage white kids in a horror movie who mess with
Oh no.
the very creepy looking book for funsies.
Reg, how could you call me a teenage
And
white kid?
in a horror movie,
In a horror movie, fair enough.
yeah. We are the teenage white kids in the horror movie who fuck around and find out.
That's true. Here we go. Okay,
So I guess we're gonna find out very soon.
I guess
What
so.
are we gonna find out? Hopefully something good.
Hopefully so. I blew myself up a little bit just so I can show the... Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you above me, and then I will make myself even bigger. I don't know why my dimensions are off, but here we go. Here I am. Look at me. I'm so big now. I'll just put it up here so that we can still have, like, vibes. There. And that's the one thing I'm able to fix, is just the sizing of things. Look at this first page, by the way. Where are you?
Okay, give it some time to load on my end.
No worries. Careful. This is a very fragile book, and I should be very careful with it.
Oh yeah, now you're very square.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving giving golden ratio. Oh. Oh well, now it's just you're taking up the whole screen.
Yep. Here, I'm showing you the thing. The lag is a bit far because that was like a little bit ago, but I showed the picture, so it should be fine. And then I will bring myself back down. Oh, that's not me. Okay.
Who's not you?
Sizing.
Ooh.
There we go. Back down again. I go. And back down 2 size. I gotta figure out why I'm so square, but it's fine. I am beside the Christmas tree that I set up myself, which I'm very proud of.
Back down 2 size. And his heart grew 2... How does that go in The Grinch again?
And his heart grew 2 sizes that day? 3 sizes is what it was.
Yeah. 2 sizes bigger.
Let us know if the sound is okay and other things are okay. I want to make sure that everything is working.
So far, it's good on my end, but dear watchers and listeners, if there's anything you catch, please let us know on the chat. If you want to just comment, if you want to just say hi, or if you want to just react, please do on the chat as well.
I realized something that I feel really bad about. which is that we have not linked to
Uh-huh.
our Discord.
What do you mean?
Did you link to the Discord?
I did, yes.
Oh,
Don't
good.
worry.
Okay, thank you. I literally, you told me everything you did, and I just did not understand any of it. I was too busy,
It's
like,
okay.
fixing
You
things.
were you were busy with other technical stuff. It's totally fine.
Yeah. Oh, was it an announce? Oh, it's announcements. Okay, that makes sense. I'll put it on general just as well, just to make sure.
Oh,
First,
okay,
I don't
okay.
know why. I don't know why, but like, I'll just do it anyway. Do you like the music, by the way? I know you can't hear it if you're not listening to the
To the
stream,
YouTube. Okay,
but
let
I
me
have a
listen
very
to it.
quiet stream, a
Oh,
quiet
no,
bit of
hear
music.
it.
There we go. Spooky tales, cozy spooky tales. I hope this is a cozy atmosphere. Although I think I made the campfire, not campfire, the fireplace pause again. There we
Thing feels
go.
like Christmas, like the sound of sirens in the background.
Right? That's the Christmas vibe.
The most Christmassy
The most
vibe
Christmassy
of
sound.
all.
Yep, exactly. Okay. I like, you know what's funny? Like this fireplace is both very soothing and very ominous and threatening, which I think is the good vibe for this stream.
Which is, you know what? It's very neat. That's a very niche atmosphere we're going for, but you know what? It fits.
Like, cause the way the flames are going, it really looks like it's like gonna burn the entire place down.
I think that's because
It's so close up,
uh,
isn't it?
yeah, it's taking up the whole screen.
Exactly, which is really odd. It was the first one I found, and it's literally just a full ass like
Yeah, because
close up of the fireplace.
you don't see like the borders of the fireplace or the hearth, so it really just looks like
Yeah, we're
it
just
really just looks like free range fire.
true. Exactly. So see, that's our vibe today.
That's okay. That is what we're going for.
Exactly.
Cozy,
Exactly.
yet horrifying.
Here, I'm gonna read some. Oh, and even better, by the way, this book, um, from the 1930s. It was a gift to Gregory Connolly from John S.
Ooh.
Connolly for Christmas of 1938. So it's Christmas themed.
Ooh.
See, they signed it.
Oh wow! It's for
Christmas,
Chris. Oh, that's
yeah,
perfect.
Christmas 1938, and now it's Christmas 2023, and we're reading from it.
I love that. Should we have saved this for the 2028 for the 2038 live stream?
You are so, um, you are very
Um,
positive that we'll still be
yeah,
around for
I'm
that.
just like looking like far ahead. Like that's that's part of running a business. You just gotta prepare for things far ahead in
Yeah.
time.
Just for reference, Hainai's not going to continue to 2038. We will probably, I mean, it'll still exist for people to listen to, I'm sure, if the internet has not gone completely down, but no. Okay.
Watch us end High Nine in just like 2 or 3 years, be silent, and then come back in 2038.
I mean, yeah,
Just
it could be a reunion episode. That's true.
yeah. It's like we're back because it's the 100th year anniversary that John gave Gregory this book.
Okay. So I'll read you some of these are really classic stories, by the way. So stories of mystery and adventure are here, but we don't want mystery, we want scary, or we don't want adventure, we want scary. There's stories
Mhm.
of crime and detection. Obviously, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is in here. And then there's stories of the supernatural. That's what we want. Agatha Christie's in here. We have other ones as
Ooh,
well, right?
love a good old Agatha Christie.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that. Let me see. Let me find him.
If you read these stories from the cursed book,
Mm-hmm.
do you summon Agatha Christie or Sir Arthur Conan Doyle from the dead?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
And then they do your bidding.
I'm looking for Edgar Allan Poe because I'm pretty sure he's in here as well. I think he might be in the. There you go. Yeah, he's in the mystery. He's in the What is that mystery? Yeah, it's a story of mystery and adventure,
Oh.
and he has the Fall of the House of Usher in here.
which is which is very apt. I think the first time you showed this book is I think it was the Halloween October live stream, or was that the one before that? And we also mentioned the fall of the House of
Oh,
Usher.
we certainly did. But I think these. So here's what
So
I'm
it's
thinking.
very apt.
I'm thinking these stories are too long because each of them is somewhere in the like 15 to 20 page range, which with the size of the text, it's gonna be long. So we can
Yeah.
just instead.
And yeah.
Mhm.
Fall of the House of Usher is, I think, like one of his longer stories too. That's like a novella, right?
Yeah, exactly. These are like short stories. So instead of reading from the cursed book, we can just read some of the short stories that you've picked out.
Sure.
Give me a list.
Here's okay, let me link it to you. You have to be the one to read these because
Of
you
course.
have the Mari voice.
Of course, I will read them. How is the
This
audio, by the
is
way? I'm not I'm close enough to the mic that I think I'm heard, but I don't know if it's like good quality or not.
it's good on my end and YouTube's end um anytime I check to listen.
That's good.
So this is the one I linked Motzie right
Mhm.
now that she's going to open. Wait, oh my god, did I link it? Yes, I linked it to the correct one. So this is what think this is what inspired the I think this is what inspired 34.2 the episode.
It certainly is not, but okay.
34.2. I mean, you'll see. I mean, no, well, we were throwing around ideas about short stories, and I was like, "Ooh, what if we do this?" And that's because I just finished reading this one. Anyway, read the title
Oh.
for why Motzi is
I'm
kind of
very
losing it
against
right
this. I'm
now.
very against this. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It is very funny though because like I was like you I don't know if you saw my face when I like read the title of it and I was like, did Reg send me the wrong thing? Was she looking at something else? But
This
okay,
is
okay.
the this yeah. I didn't see what you look like, but I did hear the sound you made.
That's the sound. Okay. Oh, and
Which
by
is
the
why, honestly, like it was very easy to Google this story because I was like, "What was the title of that?" Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I just remember like it's so easy to look for it again. So
Congrats.
here
Thank
it
you.
is.
Okay, let's go. All right.
So this is
I've never read
from
this one, so I'm interested. I'm very interested actually. Like genuinely, even though I was laughing at the
so
title, it seems really interesting.
yeah, this is from Reddit.
Mhm.
So if you're disappointed we're not reading from the cursed book, it's okay. We're reading from a cursed website.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So the title is My Sugar Daddy Asked Me for Weird Favors.
Sound you the voice you use.
Yep. No, I should do the oh what's his name? The guy who does the lists. My sugar dad. How does it go?
Oh
Number 4. My
yeah.
sugar daddy asked me for weird favors.
This is it. This is the horror story right here.
Okay. I'll actually do this. One second. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's make sure everything is ready. All right. Oh, you know what I did forget before we continue.
Ooh, yeah.
I forgot to post on Patreon. That's what I forgot. The people who actually pay us
Oof.
money. Oopsie.
Ooh,
Oopsie
the most
doopsie.
important platform we should have. No, I think that's my bad too. I also forgot.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's like kind of
It's
like
okay.
it's a here and there situation because it's like
Yeah.
we are like between two brains, especially two very busy brains. It is very difficult to like keep up an internet show when it is not our first source of income. That's a little
That's
behind the
true.
scenes right there.
Two busy ADHD brains, I
I
would
know, right?
say.
Honestly, that's really what it is. And I mean, like, that's the other thing. Like, if it's not our main job, it's kind of, like, difficult to kind of keep track of things. But that's how
Is
it is.
yeah. But we are doing our best and we're getting better.
Mm-hmm. We really are.
We're getting better
At
at
least
things, I
visually
think.
things are pretty
We
good.
are doing our best and we're
Oopsie, I made sounds. Alright. I know what they need to do. Okay. Make sure everyone's here. I'm just gonna title it what they need to do. December Livestream. Make sure everyone's here. Okay. Why is it title it? Oh my gosh, okay. Once more, like, things just autoplay without our permission.
oof.
It's alright.
Okay.
There we go, okay. Then I'll start the actual story that people came here for, presumably. Or people didn't come here for. Oh well. Either way.
Anyway, we're here for a good, scary time, guys. We're here for the spooky time.
I thought you were gonna say we're here for a good time, not a long time.
That too.
Okay.
That too, because we're here for a good time, but we're only here for an hour and 12 minutes. So not a long time, for sure.
Fair enough. We'll extend like 10 minutes just because we started late. That's fine. Okay. Alright, actual story this time.
Okay.
I'll make myself a little
Do
bigger
it again.
as well.
Do the voice again.
Yeah, right? Okay, there we go. Golden ratio. Let's go. My sugar daddy asked me for weird favors. His Tinder profile said he was 45, but he looked to be in his early 30s at most. Is it Donner? Anyway. Anyway.
That is very Donner coded. Except for the fact that he has a Tinder profile.
Exactly.
He did it on a dare.
Maybe
Ashvin did it as a prank.
Made his profile for him. Okay. Looking for a sugar baby, 700 weekly, no sex. It sounded too good to be true, but as a broke university student, I was willing to take my chances. I swiped right, and Tinder let me know it was a match. His message came seconds later. Hey there, sweetheart. Smiley face. I cringe at that word. I hated it, but $700 was $700, so I sucked it up and replied, Hey, winky face. His name was Jack, and he told me he owned his own business, although he never specified what kind of business it was. We talked for a while before he asked me for my Venmo to send me the first payment. After a few minutes, I got the notification. I stared at the 700 for at least 20 minutes, expecting to wake up from a dream at any second. But it wasn't a dream. Still there? I clicked on the message. Yeah, sorry. If you don't mind me asking, what are you looking for in return? I stared at the chat until he replied. I'm just looking for you to do a few favors for me. Smiley face. That sounded like it was gonna be sexual to me. Like what? For example, first thing I need you to do is pick up a delivery for me. That sounded innocent enough, but I was still expecting there'd be some kind of twist. $700 to pick up a package? Come on. Even I wasn't that naive. From the post office or something? No. I'll send you the address, but I'd rather not do this through Tinder. You got KIK? Or you can give me your number. KIK? I don't know how to say it, but anyway. KIK. What was this, 2011? I decided to give him my number instead, and he texted me the address immediately, followed by the address to his house where I would have to drop off the package. I'm not home right now, but there's a key on the bottom of the blue flower pot near the door. Go inside and put the package on the coffee table in the living room. Make sure that you lock the door when you go inside the house, and then lock it again when you leave. I grabbed my car keys and wallet and got into my car, putting the address into Google Maps. Got it. On my way. My phone buzzed as I backed out of the driveway. I'm serious. Lock the door both times. Please. I thought it was a little excessive, but I promised him that I would. The house looked abandoned. It had a broken chain link fence around it, with a small door that was hanging on to dear life. It stuck out like a sore thumb, surrounded by houses that were a lot nicer than this one in comparison. You here for jack shit? I looked up to see a man standing in the open doorway of the house. He took up almost the entire space, his head skimming the top of the doorframe. He was huge in height and muscles, and his entire torso was covered in tattoos. Yeah, I guess, I replied, not moving from my spot on the sidewalk. Stay right here, he said. I did. I actually don't think I would have moved if he'd asked me to. I looked around and realized that there was no one else on this street. I was a 21-year-old woman alone in the street. I gripped my car keys. A few minutes later, the man came back out, carrying a cardboard box. It was about the size of a shoebox, but stained and damp on some of the corners. Can you open your car? He asked. I opened the trunk, not wanting that inside on my car seats as he set it in. All right, there you go, he said. Thanks, I replied. I walked around to the driver's side of the car and opened the door. Oh, and one more thing, he said. I looked at him. Watch out, he said. I didn't reply. I blasted my music as I drove to Jack's house, hoping it would drown out my anxiety. It didn't. I parked my car on the stone driveway and stayed inside the car, admiring the house. It was a huge house, with stone pillars on the front porch and the greenest grass I had ever seen in my life. I turned the car off and got out. I grabbed the package and walked to the front door, getting the key from where he said it would be. I opened the door and stepped in, closing it behind me. I thought about what he said about locking the door when I got inside. I thought that was a little overboard, but as I stared at the closed door, something made me reach out and lock it. I walked inside, my feet cushioned by the thick maroon carpet, and admired the inside of the house. All the furniture was wooden and looked incredibly expensive. I would probably finish school a dozen times with the money that it took to furnish this place. I set the package down on the coffee table, as I walked back to the door, I heard a phone ringing from somewhere inside the house. I froze. In my pocket, my phone buzzed. I took it out to look. Don't answer any calls that aren't from Marvin.
Yeah, fuck Marvin.
That aren't from
Just
Marvin.
kidding. Sorry, Marvin's there.
That aren't from Marvin. Meaning, fuck everyone except Marvin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marvin. Fuck everyone who's not Marvin.
There you go. Okay. I put my phone back and followed the sound of the phone, poking my head into a few different rooms before I found it in the office. I walked over to the desk and looked at the caller ID. Incoming call from Jack. That was odd. I grabbed my phone to look at the message again. I was starting to get a bit creeped out and decided I wouldn't answer just to be safe, and left the house, remembering to lock the door as I left. I've done a few more favors for Jack since then. I drove a BMW to a random park in another city, only to get out and drive a different car back to Jack's house. He had me meet one of his employees at lunch, and who then gave me a briefcase to deliver to the first house I had gone to and told me he would know if I looked inside. Girl, these are drugs. Anyway, on several occasions, he asked me to drive down to the same house and stay with a guy, whose name was Julio, for a certain amount of time. In total...
Always gotta be a Julio.
It's always gotta be Julio. In total, I've made around $3,500. Most recently, Jack asked me to stay in his house for overnight.
Nice.
I woke up to a text message from him. I need you to spend time at my house. I need you to spend the night at my house. I hadn't ever seen him in person, but I talked to him on the phone a few times. He proceeded to tell me he would pay me $1,000 to spend the night at his house, provided that I followed a few rules. I drove to his house that evening. The driveway was empty, and it normally was, but the porch light was on. I walked up, unlocked the door, and went inside, and then locked it again. Everything in the house looked the same. Jack had told me over the phone that he would leave the list of rules on the dining table. I set all my stuff down in the living room. My bags looked like garbage compared to the fancy furniture in there, Okay, I see why you're saying that it seems very much like the last story, which by the way, I have never read this, so just getting in front of it right now, I have literally never read this. All of the resemblances are completely coincidental.
I know. That's why I was very pleased with the story.
All right, anyway.
That's why I was very pleased with like listening to that episode and
Yeah,
reading the
you were like,
script.
the sugar daddy story.
Yeah, like the sugar daddy. Just missing the sugar. Well, there is a sugar daddy in that story. He's just not.
Ma'am, she is a teenager. Ma'am, she is a minor. Anyway, okay.
There is a sugar daddy, like in the same vein that this guy is a sugar daddy.
That's true, which is
weird
like
favors.
just paying her to do some
just
weird
nothing
errands.
sexual.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the broadest sense, that's true. Okay.
Honestly, it's not even a sugar daddy. Like
yeah, it's literally just
like
a guy looking
kids...
for like a runner or whatever.
Exactly. Well, it was a fun way. It was a fun title. It got
really
my
is.
attention.
Yeah, it really is. Okay. I wandered into the kitchen, then to the dining room. Sure enough, there was a piece of paper on the wooden table, held down by an empty glass. Lock the door when you come in. Only answer calls from Marvin. Don't turn on any faucet between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. This is the episode! I'm so mad. Anyway. Don't open the door for anyone, no matter who they say they are, after 10 p.m. If the door to the closet at the end of the hall is open, sleep in the library. If closed, sleep in any of the bedrooms. I can't believe this. I can't believe I wrote an entire episode and it's just also this one.
And it was basically a creepypasta no sleep.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine. Original ideas are original, but also, like, we have,
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Original, it was still very much an original idea. Yeah, for anyone listening, I suggested this genre of story to Motzie after reading this, but I said nothing else.
Like,
other than the premise, Motzie wrote everything herself. All resemblances are original.
You didn't even give me the premise, did you? Like, I was just saying, like, somebody watches a house and, like, I feel like I did not.
We did. We did. We talked about it. We were like
we
bouncing.
talked about it. But like,
yeah, we were bouncing. Yeah, no, it was the whole no, like, so we were talking about. So I suggested, oh, what about those stories where there's maybe like someone is house sitting and then there's a bunch of strange rules, and then there are a bunch of strange rules they have to follow. But you're the one who came up with the idea, the twist to make it two neighbors who do it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
These discussions happen, like, and I just completely forget that they ever happen, but also, like, just so you know what's going on.
It's fine.
No.
It's fine. But, yeah, so, and that's how it happened, because I think literally like a few hours before we had that call, I had just read this. So this was off the top of my head.
That's so fun. Oh my gosh. Morgan says she's gonna have to jump off for a bit. Thank you, Morgan, for joining us. I hope you had fun, and I hope you're able to come back as we're doing more storytelling for fun. Okay. Give me a sec. All right. Continuing.
Okay. We were in the middle of the rules. Yeah, continuing.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't have a Marvin, though, in that story.
I mean, anyway, okay, so... Alright. The gardener comes at midnight. If he starts knocking on the windows, hide. Turn the TV on and let it play on static through the night. Do not forget to do this. Help yourself to anything in the fridge, smiley face. I'll pay you in the morning. Good night. I made sure to follow all the rules. To be honest, I was regretting my decision, but seeing as I was already here and I was getting paid, I decided to stay anyway. I figured as long as I followed all the rules, I'd be perfectly fine. Still, it felt a little odd. What was this? A haunted house? What is this? A TV show? Okay, nevertheless, I lounged around the house for a few hours, as I was planning to going to sleep around 9, since that's the time all the weird shit would begin to happen. At 8:50, I brushed my teeth, using the faucet for the last time before 9. I checked the closet in the hallway, and upon seeing that it was open, I moved my stuff into the library and got ready to sleep on the couch. I locked the doors just in case and laid on the couch, scrolling through my phone. I hadn't gotten any more messages from Jack, and I started to think up scenarios and reasons as to why he had such strict, peculiar sets of rules in his house. I had dozed off at some point because at exactly 10:16 p.m., I was woken up by a doorbell ringing. I was about to get up to check, but then I remembered the rule. Do not open the door for anyone, no matter who they say they are, after 10 p.m. I stayed on the couch, trying not to move, paranoid that they would hear even the slightest sound. It's the police! Open up! I didn't move. Hello? It's the police! Open up or we're coming in! I didn't move, but I could hear my heartbeat in my ears. There was silence for a while after that. Then the doorbell rang. Hey, it's me. Jack. Let me in. It sounded like Jack, but still, I wouldn't get up. He would have a key, wouldn't he? Why would he need me to let him in? This continued for almost a full hour. Different people would ring the doorbell, announce themselves, and then disappear when I didn't respond. I was finally able to fall asleep, and the gardener never came. When I woke up the next morning, I heard someone in the kitchen. I got up slowly and unlocked the door as quietly as possible, taking my phone with me and walking across the living room and into the kitchen. I stopped at the entrance and peered in. It was Jack. He was standing in front of the stove, stirring something as the coffee machine brewed coffee on the counter behind him. Hey, good morning, he said when he saw me. Hi, I replied, nervous. I hadn't seen him in person before, but he looked exactly like his picture online. Scrambled eggs, he asked, motioning to the pan with a wooden spoon. Yeah, thanks, I replied, walking over to take the plate from him. I ate my breakfast and drank some coffee in silence. So, how was it? He asked. It was okay. Nothing super freaky happened, I replied. Cool, he replied. There was an awkwardness in the room. I think I'm gonna go now. I have class. I didn't, but I really want to get out of there. Oh, no, yeah, sure. I'll talk to you some other time, he replied. I grabbed my stuff as he walked me to my car. I could see him standing in the driveway, staring at me as I left. Then, when I got home, I unpacked all my stuff and noticed that I still had the list with me. I sat on my bed and read it again. I felt my body tense up as I realized I had forgotten something. Turn the TV on and let it play on static through the night. Do not forget to do this. Turn the TV on and let it play static throughout the night. Do not forget to do this. Do not forget to do this. I stared at the words on the page until they lost meaning. Beside me, my phone buzzed, snapping me back to reality.
Ooh.
It was the $1,000 payment. I looked at my phone, then back at the list. Maybe it wasn't an important step? As I was thinking this over, a text from Jack came in. I'm not in town right now. I should be back next week, so you're free from running any more errands for me until then. Just send the payment. Go do something fun. I stared at the message and read it again, and again, and once again for good measure. I'm not in town right now. I thought back to this morning and how Jack was in his house. How he gave me breakfast. I'm not in town right now. Within minutes, a new text came in, this time from a number I didn't recognize. Did you forget to do something? Winky face. The text was followed by a picture of Jack, or whoever this version of Jack was, standing in front of the TV. I didn't respond. Next came another picture. This one was outside my house. It was followed by another text. Watch out.
Ooh.
I like that. I really like that. Oh,
That was good, right?
That's really good. And somebody left a comment that says, you forgot 2 rules, actually. The TV, and you didn't lock the door behind you when you left. It's why fake Jack was able to follow you.
Was able to follow her.
That's so good. That's really cool.
Ooh, scary.
I like that a lot. Oh my gosh. That was really cool. Spooky.
Yeah, I like that.
Spooky stories.
Yeah, I like that.
I love
one.
chilling
I
ends
do
like that.
I know, right? That was that was like a perfect short story, I think.
Mm-hmm. It really was.
Yeah.
Well,
I really do love horror stories where the premise is just following the rules.
yeah, that's literally a Filipino
Like you
thing, isn't it?
survive if you just follow the rules.
That's a very Pinoy
As
way of
long
like
as
doing things.
I know, right? And it's very as long as the rules aren't like written in bad faith or yeah, like I hate it when you follow when you follow the rules but then the horror or the thing finds some way to fuck you up anyway.
Yeah, it's
Like
frustrating.
yeah, it is. Like what was like no, like I love it when it's just very weird sets of rules. And it's just too bad for OP. It was they literally forgot the rule that said do not forget to do this in
Yeah.
all caps.
Ooh, by the way, the oh cool, I think the writer is Filipino. Cause the
That makes a lot of
you
sense.
know, right? I was saying, just saying, it's very Filipino style. But the reason I think the writer's Filipino is that the name is EAPATBP, which if you look at it is
Oh,
EAP Atibapa.
at iba pa.
Yeah.
Oh.
So in
Yeah, for those
Filipino, mhm,
yeah, it's basically etc. in Filipino, the ATBP. Oh, that's true.
yeah, EAP Atibapa. I feel like unless it's like complete coincidence, but yeah, super cool. I love it. I like that a lot. That was super fun. Um,
Yeah, and it was a perfect length too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna take a short break. I mean, I'm not gonna leave the video. I'm just gonna like chill a little bit. And what do you want to do right now, Reg? Do you wanna? Oh, I have an idea. Would you like to watch a
Uh-huh.
trailer of a movie that I just watched the other day?
Ooh, okay, what was the movie?
So I watched a thriller movie, a Filipino British thriller movie called Raging Grace, and
Ooh,
super fun. Has some jump scares, but overall not that scary. I would say it's like thriller horror, but not too horror, not too heavy on the horror.
okay.
And
Thriller horror, so it doesn't
Get
involve
Out,
ghosts and supernatural thing. Oh,
Get Out esque. Well, not
oh,
necessarily
okay,
Get.
I can deal.
It's a
Okay, I can deal with that.
it's a little bit Get Out and a little bit. What's another movie? I'm trying to think of like other movies it's similar to. Um,
Like us,
Not quite.
or is us too supernatural already, or
No,
fantastical?
it has like an element where it is not necessarily supernatural, but you know how like some movies they will like portray certain moments as supernatural in like a dream or in like symbolism, that sort of thing.
Okay,
It's like
Raging Grace.
yeah,
Okay,
I'll show you what it looks like. So here's my quick review of here's my very non spoiler review of Raging Grace. Or should I do it
uh-huh.
after the teaser?
Actually, yeah, just so I have an idea of what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we'll switch to the this little fire, and we shall go to Raging Grace instead. Okay. Who we got? What is that? Okay. Raging Grace trailer. Here we go.
Raging,
Yeah. You know what's really annoying?
Raging Grace.
The TIFF trailer
Is
cuts
it
it off for
supposed to
some
be a
reason.
play on Amazing Grace?
I don't know. I truly don't. Amazing Grace did not play
A
a part
rage.
in this movie. Here, let me just pause this as well. There you go. Okay. So we will do this. Let me make sure that I made you disappear again because I was off your window.
Fine.
One of the things that
I'm still here in spirit.
exactly. Okay. I'm gonna shrink you a little bit so you get to see it better. Why do you keep disappearing? What the
Uh,
hell? Okay. There we go. I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna shrink you a little bit. And I'll shrink me. Just most of the video. There we go.
I will
Or do you want me to
put
make it
on
like
the
theater size instead, so that you can see the whole thing?
Theater size? I don't think I'm gonna see it anyway, even if it's theater size, unless you make me really small.
Okay, let me make sure that it's better. Try to make sure. Oh, I know. I know what I'm gonna do. Ta-da! Wait, no. My cropping is not good. No. Nar. Okay.
More.
Nar. Nar. All right.
Someone on the internet pointed something out.
Yes.
If you say R, as in the letter R and R really fast, it sounds like oh no in Australian.
R. Nar. R. Nar.
Like R and R, yeah.
Nar.
Like
Nar. I see. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
right?
That's true.
We love you, Australia.
That's so silly. But okay.
I gotta say NAR is a semi-regular part of my vocabulary on chat now. Sometimes even like verbal chat.
Nar. Okay, here. Okay, I'm gonna play this now. Now that we are tiny. Here we go.
Okay, we're sufficiently sized. We're not tiny, we're funny size.
You must be the new help.
Yes, ma'am.
Do try to remember that this is your place of work, not your home.
Okay. There is gonna be a lag on my end because I'm gonna watch this from
children back home
the YouTube.
that would be happy to have
worries.
this.
Gloria.
Ugh.
Mr. Garrett, I'm Joy. This is my daughter.
Grace. I saw her in my dream. She tells me you've been caring for me.
I'm originally from the Philippines.
I love the Philippines. I once had a Filipino nanny.
That lady gave that old man the sleeping medicine.
So and find a way to be a family again. Go back to the order we had. Where they knew their place.
British child.
That's it. You should have just stuck to cleaning toilets. You can't choose your family, can you?
We don't need your help. You need ours.
Let me know when you finish, because I know you're on lag.
Yeah, I finished this now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's super great.
That looked very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will let you know like what my thought is, which is so okay. So my thought about that movie is that the atmosphere was top tier, and I think more movies should have jump scares done by like a Filipino choir.
Yeah. By Filipino choir.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You know
like,
what? They had it in the teaser, like just the first. That was very well done.
I love it so much. But I will say it suffers from the big thing that many horror movies suffer from, which is a shitty third act.
Aww.
Yeah. But you know, like I will still say that it was like super. I enjoyed
That's
it so
true.
much. Yeah, many horror movies.
That's true.
do
They
that.
always fall flat in the third act.
It's weird because like it's basically it's like a build up thing, right? Like if you're building up super well and then you just kind of like trip on the finish line for some reason.
Yeah.
That's basically what
Yeah,
happened.
I think it's like because I think like a lot of the way maybe like horror writers go into it is they come into it with the premise, but not necessarily with the premise, like the mystery, but not necessarily what the answer to that mystery or horror is.
Yeah. I
So
mean, in
it,
this.
it-
Oh yeah, sorry. Go on.
so you know like it ends up getting like maybe less developed I think it's like a writer. Yeah, I think it's like all like I think it's like a writer thing in general. You,
That's true.
like the premise or the highlights or with the scary bits end up being the most developed.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, for this one, it's like they knew what they wanted from the story. They just made a very bad decision near the end, where I'm just like, shakes head. Shakes head at
Okay,
screen.
okay,
And if they
understandable.
did
I
not
do
make
know
that,
what you're talking about.
yeah, and if they did not make that decision, I think even if it wasn't a perfect movie, it would still be like 10 times better.
Yeah, I do like that. So this isn't the first what do you call it, like British or American horror story featuring like a Filipino in a prominent role, and that Filipino is like, you know, a stereotypical role like a caretaker or a maid. So
Mhm.
this isn't the first we've had of that. I do like that the Filipino here in this movie doesn't have this stereotypical Filipino accent.
Yeah, she like has a
Like,
proper like I actually grew up in the Philippines accent.
yeah. Well, the you know the stereotypical, you know, Manny Pacquiao accent. Like we still have that.
Oh, that's
It's
true. Yeah.
just yeah. We still have that, but the way, you know, the way it gets represented on media, you know, like people with those accents aren't all like, you know, then they get like pigeonholed and put in a box.
That's true.
And I like that that's not what happened here. Like people with that kind of accent, like OFWs abroad can also have like different types of Filipino accents
It's true.
because we do have a lot.
And I think this lady, I'm not 100% sure. I think she's Ilocano or Ifugao. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that might be it.
Oh,
She speaks Tagalog, but she also speaks something else that I couldn't understand. But there is a part in the movie where like there's an indication that she might be Ifugao or at least Ilocano. So or yeah,
cool.
so interesting. Anyway, yeah, someone else
That is
who knows
interesting.
better than me would probably know better. But super fun. I think the movie atmospherically was like amazing. And you know what? I will say, even with the shitty third act, one of my favorite things about that movie is that one of the best things about a really good horror movie is when if you change the sound effects, it would be a comedy. It would be a slapstick comedy. You know
I
those types
love
of
that when
movies?
I love that when you can see that in a horror movie. Absolutely.
Yeah, so this one had that as well, which I really appreciate. Like, there's very like stressful scenes where people are like, oh, ah, holy shit! But then if you played like a fucking it would still fit. Also, it would be like a whole Looney Tunes slapstick comedy.
Those are those are the best types of scenes.
Yeah, I still highly so it's gonna go streaming soon, if not already. I highly recommend people check out Raging Grace. I think it still has so many merits. Regardless of my one very major criticism, like the rest of the movie, mwah, chef's kiss. It is like it
Yeah.
builds up really well. It's like the atmosphere is good, and I really need more movies with just a Filipino choir going like. Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
want to watch just for that, but probably when I have someone who'll watch it with me.
Yeah, I mean it's not that scary. It's literally just a couple of like sound jump scares, and that's it. Like it's not scary. I promise. It's
You know, baby.
literally-
Yeah. Well, it's not like a ghost. It doesn't look like it's a ghost horror story,
Yeah,
so
it's like, and
I think
it's
that's doable for me.
it's actually less scary than than Haunting of Hill House. Like it is like a lot less scary than a Haunting of Hill House.
Well, okay. Well, that's not a nice. Okay, that is a very high bar you're comparing it
That's
to.
true.
Because Haunting
Haunting
was
of Hill House
really
was
scary
scary.
for me.
That's true. I will. Yeah, it's
You gotta compare it to like Midnight Mass or something.
yeah, it's like I would say it is. I mean, Midnight Mass wasn't scary, is the thing. So
Yeah, that's true.
um,
There was there was a scary bit in like the second episode when you didn't know what the monster or the
oh
creature
yeah,
was.
when we
Yeah.
didn't know that it was like is Peter from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. If you don't know it, if you still don't know it's Peter in Midnight Mass, it's still scary. But then you find out it's Peter anyway, and like by the third episode, and it's like, oh, it's fucking Peter.
Yeah, it's just like it's a Nosferatu vampire, and it's not scary anymore.
Exactly.
Oh well.
Yeah. So, but yeah, seeing from the trailer, I tend to do a lot better when there are no weird creatures or
Yeah.
spirits involved.
It's more of a it's more of a thriller. Like any
Yeah,
scary
the villain
imagery.
is just
Yeah.
the villain's just a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, or a girl. I don't know. Like I don't
Yeah,
know who
you
the
can't tell,
who.
but you can't tell right now. But yeah, but like basically, it is just it's a thriller. It's a really just a thriller. There's nothing
Okay.
too scary about it past that, so I highly recommend it. Super fun. Yeah, and what else?
I did just finish watching. I don't know. It's a new Netflix movie, and it was just there, and I needed something to play in the background while I worked. And while I worked, so I watched that new Netflix Leave the World Behind with Ethan Hawke and Julia Roberts,
Okay.
which is premise wise is it's about like a bunch of cyber attacks, but it's really like yeah, like and honestly like it falls flat in the last part too, like in the third act. Uh Pretty much. But I love how they took a premise which normally would be given like a very action thriller treatment, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, which is, a bunch of internet like rogue internet forces doing cyber attacks on the government of America. But the way they treated the atmosphere was very horror-esque. It was very everything was very eerie. You
Mm-hmm.
felt isolated. And it's
Ooh.
really like the power of atmosphere building in movies, really. Like it makes or breaks if it makes or breaks the movie, really. Like the sound is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like, but like sadly in the end, like at the end of the movie, it really wasn't much. Although it does have a very funny ending song.
Oh my god. Okay. You know, that's really like what happens with horror movies. For some reason, a lot of them just like flub it in the third act. Um, and those that don't are the ones that are lauded as like really good.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I think so far the scariest horror movie I've watched,
Mhm.
scariest and most one of the most excellent ones I've watched was The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I need to rewatch that because
Fucking
I know it is like so
which is
scary.
fucking scary.
It reminded.
I lost my voice screaming. It was so excellently done from from a horror perspective, and it's an autopsy, also from a medical background, medical student perspective. But yeah, the ending was a little I think if they nailed the ending though, it could have been like one of the best horror movies ever.
Mhm.
I feel like it's just like they didn't nail the ending as well as they could have.
You know what it reminds me of? Like, I feel like that's probably what strongly inspired the Mortuary Assistant video game. Do you know about that one?
Ooh,
Oh, I
no.
won't show it to you because it's actually scary. But basically, it kind of like was one of those viral like horror games that they
Oh
show that
no, it's
YouTubers do.
scary.
Like it's properly scary. It's a properly scary
Oh
horror.
no. Okay, because you said mortuary assistant. It was giving me the same vibes as what's that iPad game where you just play a surgeon,
Oh no, no, no! It is scary, scary.
but for an autopsy, so like
Although
just a little bit more PG, but
to be
but
fair,
still like fun and
it
silly.
has aspects like that, but it is not. And you know, I guess like subjectively, it could be fun and silly. But here's why it's scary. So they have
Okay.
essentially like they have there's a goal, obviously, like you have to do a certain thing, but the scares are kind of like randomized a little bit. So
No, what does that mean? I don't like that.
so there's a series of scares that could happen at like certain points, and they get stronger as like things progress. But basically, the whole idea is that you are playing a mortuary assistant who one night is asked to take over a shift from your boss, and your boss suddenly calls you and suddenly locks you in the office and says, "Sorry, you gotta make sure that this demon gets exorcised. It's in one of the bodies."
Oof.
And now you have to figure out which body has the demon.
No, I hate that.
And
I hate that.
And there's something like, so it's kind of like there's an aspect of it that's kind of soothing because you have to like repeat all of your like, you know, your job as a mortuary assistant. But but then you get like random ass jump scares, but the way they do the jump scares is actually like fantastic, because it's the kind where it's not necessarily a jump scare because they're like, whoa, you know, they're not jumping at you, but because once you notice them, it's fucking terrifying.
No, I hate that.
They will be in your
No.
periphery until you like look at them, and then they're like, whoop. So it's kind of like in a way it's kind of silly, because sometimes like a really creepy thing is happening in your periphery and you don't notice it, but then when you like turn to it, it's like like, whoops, you saw
No.
me. Whoops, you saw me. Like kind of like that. But it is
No,
like spooky.
I don't like that. I can just imagine it, and it is already so scary.
Yeah.
I liked it better when I thought it was a surgeon simulator.
And here's the thing, like if you searched it on YouTube right now, you would see the main monster, and the main monster is terrifying if you haven't seen it before.
No.
But I've loved watching other people play this game, and I've loved like kind of like how basically how it plays. It seems really interesting. It's like one of those really effective horror games. And the fact that the jump scares are like subtle, like they're really, really subtle, in a way where you're like you have to notice them in order for them to like take effect. It's kind of neat, and the acting is good. So it's like it's a whole thing.
Have you played it?
No, I've just watched people play it. And
Are we gonna end up playing it for a
no, it's too
stream?
spooky. It's too spooky. I could not play it.
Okay.
I'm too
Ah,
nervous.
thank God.
But you know what we should play at some point? There.
Don't say me.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, I thought you said who should play.
Oh no. I'm saying, you know what we should play in the future, like of just a bunch of games that I actually think are really cool. There's a game called Killer Frequency. And
Oh, that sounds interesting.
it's super cute. So it's not cute, but it's like there's aspects of it that are cute, but ultimately it feels like a game where they hired like really good podcast voice actors, and you'll understand what I mean. Basically, the concept is that you are a radio talk show host, and
Ooh.
it's in the
I like that.
1970s or 1980s or something, and you are in a small town as a radio talk show host. And you know, at first you're like, you know, running the radio, blah blah blah, and then crimes start happening, and you have to be the one who is
no
like
crime.
calling people to help them
Oh,
survive.
that sounds so cool.
Yeah,
That actually sounds super
I'll show
freaking
you a
cool.
trailer. It is so cool. We just ended up not doing like creepy stories today, but you know, like we'll do one more before we end this
We
stream.
we did
Sugar
one
Daddy.
creepy story.
We did the sugar daddy
Yeah.
story. Okay, here I'm gonna shrink you a little bit, and I'll shrink me, and we can watch the trailer together. Would you prefer
Okay,
it if you
let's
just brought up the trailer yourself and watched it, or do you just want to watch it on the stream?
It's actually like a pretty good FPS on my end if
I
even
play
if
it
you
on
play
stream, that's good. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do
Like there's
this.
no problem.
Awesome. Did I bring something up? Okay. I hope. No, that should be
Actually, I need to. Now it's my turn to pee.
fine. Okay.
Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, gotta make sure I'm muted.
I'll load it
I
up,
don't
and
want,
then I'll have
I
it
don't
ready
want
for
anyone hearing my business.
you. What business? Show business? No. I'll load this up.
Peggy 12.
Oh no, it should not be playing right now. Okay. It says 12, because I am 12. No. Just kidney. So, for everyone who's still around, if you're still watching, say hi in the chat if you'd like to. If you have a suggestion for a creepy story you want us to read before, you know, or the end of the night, let us know. we would love to read it for you. And we hope you have a lovely holiday soon. I am definitely gonna have a lovely holiday. I'm gonna be going to the Philippines, which I'm very excited about. For those of you who don't know, I live in Toronto, but I came from the Philippines. I'm an immigrant, just like Mary, actually. And I like to go home when I can. I'm very lucky today because I'm able to I'm very lucky this year that I'm able to go home. Just because this year my family usually comes together, but this year we kind of separate a little bit. That's not too bad, but because I'm here on my own in Toronto, they were like, just come home to the Philippines, and it was pretty happy with that. I miss my friends, so I miss Reg, you know? Reg is one of the friends that I miss.
Too.
So we're gonna be in the Philippines. We might shoot some stuff for Haine, but we might just, chill out as well. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what the vibe is. We already have a bunch of sleepovers planned out.
That's why I'm so excited for that, by the way.
We're gonna watch the Spider-Verse concert. Super exciting.
Yes! Oh my gosh. So my sibling Maya, who is the voice of Vanessa Bartolotti, my sibling got me tickets to the Into the Spider-Verse concert. I'm gonna cry. It's my favorite movie of all time, forever. And it was it's a one night only as well, so literally they probably got it for me immediately. So best sibling ever, by the way.
Right? Pays to be related to someone who with those kinds of perks.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not like they had a connection or anything. They just saw it and was like,
but probably because Aggie works or Maya works in that kind of space, they probably had the exposure to that kind of information really fast.
Maybe I
for
feel
shows and stuff.
Maybe they just saw it on Rappler. I don't know, because Rappler covered it or something.
Oh, maybe, but I think it's also possible that because I believe it's showing in this Samsung Performing Arts Theater.
Oh, true.
I mean, it's also
That is possible.
it's possible. There's a stage producer or something that they work with.
That's
just
true.
saying, or they saw it on Rappler. Yeah,
that's true.
Or they saw it on Rappler because I think the tickets sold out super fast.
Oh, I bet. That's why I was thinking oh my god, if I had found out about this and couldn't get tickets, I would have been devastated.
Right?
But
right? So yeah, and I get to be the plus one.
Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is Killer Frequency. Let's play it. That Reg can enjoy.
Peggy 12.
All right, let's go.
If you're listening to this, I'm probably dead.
Forrest, it's the Whistling Man.
What the hell?
The Whistling Man?
He was a serial killer back in the 50s. Went around in a freaky mask. Killed about a dozen folks in Gallows Creek. No reason for it. No motive. Hit the button. We have a caller.
Hello, caller. You're live on the Scream.
Peggy 12.
With me,
Again, there's going to be a lag of
Nash.
reactions on my end.
Fair enough.
Talk to me, Murphy. What's wrong?
Oh, the killer got me, man.
We've got a plan, but we can't agree on who should do what.
You want me to be the tiebreaker?
Exactly. We'll need someone on the roof. It's gonna be a hard climb.
Heather's got this. Focus. You got this.
Thank you, Forrest.
Go right.
I'm out. Thank you, Forrest. You're almost out of time.
This is so freaking cool.
It is.
Oh no, man. Wait, no. Ah!
Is his name Murphy? Did you just say Murphy?
Yeah, there's a guy named Murphy in there.
There's a Murphy. This is Murphy's side gig.
Yeah, true. Shit. Down over here. Let me know when it's done.
This is so cool.
Right?
That is very freaking cool.
Yeah, so it's something I would love
I kind of want to play it. It looks like it's gonna stress me the fuck
It is,
out.
yeah. It's
'Cause
like
these
it's
kinds of
kind of
games.
stressful because you have to make the decisions and be like to get everybody to survive.
Yeah, and these kinds of games stress me the fuck out. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah, let's play it when you get here.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. Oh my gosh. The thing we are gonna do is we're gonna play Observation Duty all together as like a as like a friend group. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, like our high school friends are gonna, yeah, we're all gonna do like a Christmas thing. We haven't had like a Christmas. We normally do like a Christmas or Halloween, thing, our high school friends every year, but you know, like everyone kind of lives in different areas now, so we get to come together for Christmas for the first time in a while.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and I'm so excited about it. Lay's coming.
Yeah, a bunch of people are coming.
Yeah.
You know what I've been playing?
What?
Something I discovered is Netflix games is actually pretty. So if you have a Netflix account and you go on and if you haven't checked it out, like you probably see Netflix games and like me at first you probably ignored it because you're like, Love is Blind reality show video game. Oh, what's that? Too hot to handle game? Eh. Or like Love is Blind stories, or yeah, whatever. So you dismissed it. You dismissed it pretty much immediately. But you know, you browse it, you realize it's an odd mix of those types of games, mom games, like those Facebook ad games, and also some pretty legit games.
Netflix
like
expanding into video games. That's so wild.
I know. There are actually games there that you can also buy on Steam, but if you have a Netflix account, you can play the mobile version for free. And I think I know it's so funny. It's so random. Next year Netflix games is gonna have GTA 6, I think.
Huh. Interesting.
Right?
Oh, Reg.
They have they have they have Moonlighter, which is a pretty fun game. Which is surprising because this like I first so this was originally like something I saw on Steam at first, which was very interesting. And well, it's on Netflix games. You get to play so in RPGs, you know how you buy from the merchant. Well, in Moonlighter, you get to play the merchant.
Oh, that's fun.
Who sells items. It's so cute and so fun. But I haven't played it yet because I've been saying it has all these legit games on Netflix games, but really I've been playing basically a Candy Crush variant.
Of course.
It's called Wild Things, and it's bad. At one point I had to delete it, but then like 4 hours later I downloaded it again.
Reg, no. Okay.
So the thing about Netflix games is also there are no microtransactions. No microtransactions. There's no, you know how like in Candy Crush or similar games you have to have energy to play, or like credits or whatever.
I mean,
and
there
if you
better
run
not
out,
be. Like you already paid for Netflix, so like
exactly. So you don't have that. But I realize it's bad. Like the energy thing, it limits you. It limits how much you play during a day.
That's good. I mean,
unless yeah, but on Netflix on Netflix games there's no such thing, so it's never ending. You can't stop yourself.
Fair enough, fair enough. Reg, I'm gonna disconnect your Netflix. That's what I'm gonna do. Since we have another 20 minutes ish, well, 25 minutes I guess, or 30 minutes because we did like start late. If anyone has suggestions for stories, let me know. But if you have a suggestion for a story, Reg, I will read the next one, since that's what we promised for this for the stream, essentially.
Sure. So I do have a bunch, but let me see which one's better.
Let me just drink some water. And the next episode is actually coming out tomorrow. It's the last episode of the year. Sort of. We have some special stuff that we're posting this December, which is fun. One of them is an interview with another lovely horror podcaster, which we'll be releasing soon. Very excited. It's a really cool art that they did, which is really great. And perhaps a surprise. We'll see. We'll see what I have energy. And we will be coming back. We'll be announcing when we're coming back from the holidays, but we do need some time to prepare some stuff because the next couple of episodes are big ones. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I like this. Okay, so this is from a series.
Okay.
So this is from a series of short stories, but the short stories are basically, tied around the theme of this guy running a private campsite. Well, it's not private because they're open to a lot of guests during the summer. But it's one of those weird rules type of situations, like peculiar rules. But each short story focuses on a different rule.
Okay, interesting. Let's see.
I'm trying to see. I think this is more or less the same length as the last one.
Let me see. Maybe we can do something that's not a rules story because since we just did a rules story.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was trying to look, but
Reg, find a Philippine ghost story.
Ooh. Oh, you know what?
True
Sure.
Philippine ghost story.
let
We
me
can
look
read a
for-
we can read a true Philippine ghost story on this stream while we're still here.
But yeah, can't believe I didn't think of that. I was really just well, okay, yeah, because I thought we would be alternating between cursed book and cursed websites.
That's fair.
But okay, wait. But let me see.
I think everyone's too busy this holiday season. So we're just hanging out.
Understandable. That's why we're doing something chill.
It's true. Oh my gosh, and for those who aren't aware, on Tumblr right now, things are happening. And Reg, I don't think you're aware because you've been offline for the past couple of days, but some big things have been happening on Tumblr.
On Tumblr?
Yeah.
Well, even more because I haven't been on Tumblr in a while.
Yeah, so what's happening
other than
is...
checking on Hainai every now and then.
So...
Oh wait, is this the voting?
Yes,
it's
the voting. It's the... Yeah.
Yes.
Hainai showed up the polls.
Yeah. Has there been a winner yet?
Oh, so we won against Gertrude Robinson.
Wow, it was really neck and neck.
It was super neck and neck, and literally in the last 4 hours was when we pulled through. But right now
I love that.
But there's a new poll, and we're not gonna win this one. You know why?
Yeah.
It's up against Johnny Sims himself.
No, that's a battle.
That's a battle.
That's a battle we can't.
But
can't.
Here's the thing.
But I'm very happy. Gertrude Robinson, though.
But here's the thing, Reg. Here's the thing. Because I'm so confident that we're not gonna win, I raised the stakes to a point where you might tell me, Motzie, that was not a good idea. But I said it already, so it's too late now. Guess what I did?
Oh no, you're making me worry, but okay.
Here, okay, I'm gonna read out to you what I did. Okay. So, what Motzie did. Here's the thing. I am sure we're not gonna win against Jonathan Sims, and I'm so confident about it that, I said, if Mari does win, we'll drop this art of the sad old man romance between Jay and Dooley, we'll reveal that one of Detective Donner's redacted first names, and we'll reveal some major benefactor lore.
That's a lot.
And whatever else they request. So, yeah, one of the biggest mysteries of Hainai is main character Detective Donner's first names. He has 2. And here's the thing. it is so mysterious that in all of the material we have for him, he is literally referred to as redacted Donner. So so I am so confident that Mary's not going to win against Jonathan Sims that I said I'm going to reveal one of those
But
names.
if she does.
But if she does.
I swear, if she wins because of this is a... You asked for this.
Oh, yes, I did. And I'm still going to tell people, like, go vote for Mary. Oh, but here's the thing. My favorite thing about this is seeing all the comments about it. So, here. So right now it is 58% versus 41%, which is not bad at 400-something votes. And there's still, like, 5 days or something. But here, I'm
That's
going to read
not bad.
I'm going to read you some of the comments, which have been great.
I was expecting Mary to be in like the 30s.
Oh no, she is. I mean, it was actually higher, and then it got like higher again for Jonathan Sims, but that's to be expected.
But yeah, like 48 is pretty freaking good against Jonathan Sims.
Exactly. So, well, not 48. Yes, 48. You're right. Okay. So,
You literally
41.
just said
48. No, I said 58 versus 41.
Oh, 41. Oh, but then it turns out to actually be 48.
No. I just said 41 versus 58.
Oh, it's 41.
Okay.
That's still pretty good. I was expecting like the 30s.
Yeah, this is good. Okay. So
and there's like 5 days.
Yeah, there's 5 more days. So if we like push people at the end of it, we'll be like, interesting. Anyway, so here's some of the comments that I've seen on the post. 1, oh my god, I finally found the Haina community. Yes, we're all here. People are saying vote Mary today. Vote Mary, Mary sweep, Mary sweep. Friends, mutuals, followers, join me in voting correctly. Join me in voting for Mary. Mary sweep, Mary sweep. This is intriguing. A new show for me to check out. Honestly, John wouldn't want to win. Let's be real. And then there's another one. And then someone says, a vote for Mary is a vote for justice. And then voting for Mary because what is sexy about a scrawny, wet cat of a man? True. All you, Jonathan's fans who really want to see this artwork, so vote Mary, Mary sweep. And then there's more. It says,
Mary sweep.
Come on, Mary, let's go, Mary. I love the idea of Mary bribing her way into winning. Bribing her way into winning. And then somebody said, win, Tita Mary. And I'm like, aw, cute, Tita Mary. And then...
You guys think Mary would be above bribing people to win, but she's very much not.
She's very much not. She's Pinay. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
She learned this shit on the streets. There's nothing sexy about the archivist. Open your eyes, people. There's everything sexy about Mary. Also true. Gosh.
I love these comments.
These are great comments. Okay, so let's go back to the Gertrude one, which you won by a landslide. Well, not landslide, by like a small bit, but was still very grateful. And
yeah, that's still pretty freaking cool.
Here's some of my favorite comments here. Let's see. So when you won, of course, we were like, congratulations, yay, congrats, Mary. And then someone was saying, Mary sweep. And then it says, I know Gertrude is better known, but Mary deserves this. Please vote Mary. Thank you. And then it says, vote Pinay, vote Hainay. And then it says...
Oh, I love that one.
And then it says, please vote Mary, I need the lore. Because when I was telling people to vote, I said I would reveal eye lore. Because it was like an eye bracket or something, like eye imagery bracket. So I said I'd reveal eye lore, which I did, by the way. I'm going to read it out later. And then it says, vote Mary, you cowards. And then it says, I was not aware people were this into Gertrude. Vote Mary. And then, I'm usually not immune to Gertrude, but Mary, she can get it.
Mary can get it.
And then it says, not really a Gertrude fan, and I still desperately need to listen to podcasts, but vote Mary. And then, TMA is everything to me right now, but I gotta stick to my Filipino side. Sorry, Gertrude, Mary is just like me for real. Very, very real. And then
Thank you guys for the support. These are so many comments.
This is so great. And then
this is so much love for Mary.
It's great. And then I added this comment. Is this bribery? Yes. And then someone said, Gertrude is a badass, but come on, Mary sweep. And then someone said, Mary any day. And then it said, okay. Mary also has a mission is smart kind. Mary also has a mission is smart, kind, and really freaking cool. Great problem solver and friend, and definitely hotter than Gertrude. And then someone said Mary supremacy. Yeah, and then my favorite comment came before I even saw this poll, by the way. Because I was looking at it and I was like, wow, Mary already has votes even though I haven't even seen this poll or shared it on Hainai. But somebody said, my favorite comment in all of this, I don't know who Mari Datuin is. I just need Gertrude to lose. I'm like...
That one was so good. I love that one.
That's my favorite one. It's
we will take it.
She is not voting for Mary. She is voting against Gertrude. Or, I mean, they are. Sorry, I don't know who they are, but, like, they're not voting for Mary. They're voting against Gertrude.
They're voting against Gertrude.
Valid.
Remember, guys, a vote for Mary is a vote against Gertrude.
If you need convincing. And then, yeah, and if people are like, Mary, duh. I'm like, I love this so much. Okay. And so the lore that I revealed, by the way, and this is actually semi-major lore, not like super spoilery, but it is semi-major lore, and people in the Discord have been like digging through this lore, intrigued. So here's the Hainai lore, the Hainai lore.
I saw I was distressed by that pun. Yeah, Hainai.
Yeah.
I saw your very distressing caption.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Kept me up at night. That was a real horror story, guys.
The pun.
That was that eye pun.
My favorite
kept me awake.
Yeah, exactly. My favorite thing. So I talked about like what the eye represents in Hainai, and unlike other horror podcasts where the eye is like bad, in Hainai the eye is actually good. It's a good thing and is very benevolent and good and nice and protective. But I will say there is still some stuff that the eye could be doing and referring to and symbolizing that may not be good stuff. So who knows? But yeah, in contrast,
stay tuned to find out, guys.
Exactly. In contrast with like the eye of like, let's say Magnus Archives or even Welcome to Night Vale, which are like early influences and stuff, where both those eyes are kind of like meant to be like negative. In Hainai, it is actually the protector. It is a shield against the negative. So ironic, even though it looks intimidating and scary. Because it is. That's the eye in Hainai I refer to as the eye of Anagolay. And Anagolay is a goddess in Tagalog beliefs who is the goddess of lost things. So she finds lost things, and Mary bears the eye of Anagolay as protection. For certain reasons.
Which explains a lot about a lot about Mary's character.
Exactly. Okay. Anyway, let me see if I can get the story up before we end the day. Is there anyone chatting in chat? I didn't see anyone, but let's double check. Anyway.
So far none. I guess people are busy with the holidays, understandable.
Yeah.
But I hope people still watch this live when they get a chance to.
I hope so too. I was like, watch this live, but we're already live. Oh, you mean like this live video, like when it's the VOD?
Yeah, the video.
The VOD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I guess it's correct but confusing. It's like this live.
That's true.
I was like, huh.
But that's how technology terminology works these days.
It's true. Okay, let me see. Oh my god, I'm looking at the True Philippine Ghost Stories thing you sent me, and the font is so Microsoft Word. Yeah, it's so Microsoft Word. Okay, let me see.
This is my favorite font whenever I had a requirement, even though it was wildly inappropriate for the theme of the requirement.
I know, right? Okay, I'll read the first one because it comes with some really cool, and it's very short, but I think it looks really cool. So
yeah,
All right.
I love this. I love that this was so there's like a website that archives like stuff like this, and I found like an actual digital copy of True Philippine Ghost Stories, which you can find rarely nowadays, like the very first issue.
Yeah, so True Philippine Ghost Stories was like basically a very cheap but very like popular, accessible, everywhere kind of like anthology of short horror stories. And oh my gosh, they're like so uniquely Pinoy, unique, very like focused in on like Metro Manila and stuff. Very inspiring, very creepy, very frightening for us youngsters, and often
Right?
very ripped open even before being bought because people like to read them while at National Bookstore, so which is the bookstore in the Philippines. Anyway, so okay, I'll read this one. Okay. The Haunting at Concha Cruz Drive. Look at this font. Look at this very spooky font.
I know this freaking font. What was this called? I think this was this Chiller?
Well, Chiller, actually, this is not Chiller, but I think this is Chiller. I think the table of contents, or at least it's something.
The table of contents could be.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Let's see.
But
All
yeah,
right.
it's giving Microsoft Word.
I know, right? Okay. Here we go. Oh gosh, sorry, my eye is like there's something in my eye.
And I mean that in the most endearing way, by the way.
Truly, yeah, truly. Like these were such good
Takes
like
me
books.
back.
I love them so much. They were cheap. They were super cheap. They're like what?
At that time, maybe I don't know.
I think it was like 180 pesos
For one, I think
Yeah.
lower pa, maybe a bit.
Was it? I feel like it was like around 100, like around less than 200 pesos.
Yeah, it was less than 200 for sure.
Because they were thicker, so they wouldn't have been just 100. I feel, you know.
Yeah. No, I was thinking like might have even been like 150 or something.
Yeah, it might have been 100. I think it might have started at 150. I think my memory is like around when it was 180 or something.
Yeah, which is about $3.
Yeah, $3 for a whole book.
$3, yeah, for a whole book.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll read this out. The Haunting at Concha Cruz Drive by Joel P. Salud. Mark, a young man in his late 20s, was cruising inside BF Home subdivision in Parañaque City, along with his two pals. They were speeding along at about 40 kilometers per hour on a quarter-mile-long road known to BF homeowners as Concha Cruz Drive. This long stretch of asphalt used to be the venue for drag races among teenagers in the early 80s. Ronnie, one of Mark's friends riding with him, motioned for them to stop. He wanted to relieve himself by the grassy area along the right side of the road. It was nearly midnight, and all was quiet as usual. It says quite. There was not a car in sight. After Ronnie finished doing his business, the group went back on the road, cruising along Concha Cruz on their way to El Grande Avenue to bring home their friend Jen. About 200 meters before the nearest intersection, they were surprised when a black sedan pulled up along their right side. Its windows were heavily tinted so that neither Mark nor his friends could see into it. The black car stopped right next to Mark's, obviously spoiling for a drag race. Mark, the son of a race car driver, was just too ready to oblige the unknown challenger. As both car drivers gunned their engines repeatedly, the three young boys noticed the window of the black car slowly being rolled down. Mark and Jen rolled down their own window to see who they were racing against. What they see inside chilled their blood. Inside the black sedan, Mark and Jen saw a young man and young woman, dressed totally in white, their clothes drenched in fresh blood, their ashen faces streaked with blood that seemed to be pouring from head wounds. Both lay lifeless on their seats, looking like victims of an accident, with their bloodshot eyes staring unseeingly ahead. Mark immediately stepped on the gas pedal and sped away from the sedan, which remained motionless. When Jen looked back, he saw nothing but pitch darkness, with only the light from a lamppost flickering feebly in the distance. They rushed to the nearest house on Concha Cruz, where they knocked frantically until somebody opened up for them and let them inside. All three were shaking from head to toe, pale from absolute fright. Upon hearing what happened, the lady who let them in, Mrs. Tirona, told them to sit down and listen to a story. During the late 80s, Concha Cruz was the place to be if you were a race car enthusiast. Teenagers beginning at 9 in the evening would converge at a certain portion of the road to drink beer, play some loud music from their expensive car stereos, and rev up their loaded engines. Most of them lived in BF homes and adjacent subdivisions. Eric, not his real name, was one of the top racers of the bunch. He drove a jet black Toyota Macho Machine, which his father gave him for his 23rd birthday. One Sunday afternoon, Eric and his girlfriend Janina were cruising down Concha Cruz Drive, when the rival racer, Bernard, pulled up at his side and challenged him to a race. The two cars were right at the very spot where the starting line was drawn. Eric tried to beg off at the request of Janina, but Bernard was insistent. Eventually, he managed to provoke Eric into accepting challenge. As the two drivers gunned their engines, Janina tried to strap on her seatbelt, asking Eric to do the same. But before she could do so, the two cars lurched ahead, careening down Concha Cruz Drive at top speed. All of a sudden, one of Bernard's tires blew out. As the car swerved and skidded off the road at close to 100 kilometers an hour, Bernard's car hit Eric's Toyota, crushing the black sedan into one of the trees. Without the seatbelts to protect them, Eric and Janina had no choice of surviving. Eric died instantly from a massive head and facial injuries, and Janina's head cracked open on impact when she hit the dashboard. She died a few hours later on an operating table. Bernard walked away with only minor bruises. Eric and Janina were dressed in white during their burial. The black car still haunts Concha Cruz Drive to this day. Sometimes, there are witnesses who claim they still see Eric and Janina drive down that street, flagging down cars driven by teenagers, showing the kids their wounds. It's probably their way of warning kids not to race down Concha Cruz Drive. That's nice. That's so nice of them. They're so kind.
Right? These are very nice ghosts.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we're gonna like scare the kids so that they don't do some dumb shit. I'm like, that's so sweet of them. You know, let's show them our head wounds. Let's show them our horrible head wounds. You know, we'll just hang out here to kind of like make sure that they're not doing anything dumb. That is so adorable. Also, oh my gosh, so we have some people, Aquadrop 25 on Twitch, and Megiwi on YouTube.
Oh, hi Megiwi.
Yeah, and Aquadrop. And Megiwi says, late to the stream because I had a cat on my lap. Oh,
understandable.
Very important.
Understandable.
Very important.
Cat
important. Yeah. But yes, thank you for dropping by. The stream is like, it's not gonna end yet because we still have another like 10 minutes because we started late. But it will end soon-ish. If you have any requests for a story before we end, let me know. We're just reading some spooky stories and just chatting, just relaxing a little bit because it's just a chill night. We have our little our setup right here. And it's a little got my Christmas decorations and my tree right here. But if you want to suggest any spooky stories you want me to read before the end of the night. So the stories we were able to read, one of them was a no sleep story, and the other one was a true Philippine ghost story. And the no sleep story was something about a sugar daddy. What was it called again? My sugar daddy asked me to do.
My sugar daddy asks me to do weird favors.
Yeah, not what you think. And
not what you think.
Yeah, and the Philippine ghost
you gotta
story.
read it.
And the Philippine ghost story was about two really nice ghosts who don't want kids to die on a.
They are really.
They're so nice. They're like just to summarize the other story from True Philippine Ghost Stories, two teens, they died in a car crash racing on like a certain road, and nowadays like whenever like teens drive on that road, they show up beside them to show them their horrible head wounds to like make sure they don't do something stupid. Which is like, how nice of them. They're like warning people, like, don't do some racing on here. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. I don't know how it was in the 80s, but it's so funny. Like, I feel like if you read this story with no context of like Manila geography, you would think like it's one of those like rough neighborhoods where, Vin Diesel does his
Fast and the Furious.
his Fast and the Furious racing. But BF Homes in Parañaque is basically an upper middle class subdivision with some I have some good friends from there, but also a lot of very snobby rich kids.
Which is it's so funny because like when you hear about it, it's like, oh, it's so rough, but it's just a bunch of rich kids doing dumb shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really just a bunch of rich kids doing dumb shit, and now you have two ghosts. You have two ghosts looking out for these making sure they don't do the dumb decisions.
Yeah, good for them. Good for those ghosts. So yeah, if you have a suggestion for a story, let us know. But we might do one more from the Emegiwi says, love some reasonable ghosts. So true.
They are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like, so if I'll read one more, I think, from True Philippine Ghost Stories, because they're short. They're pretty darn short, so they're not bad at all. Okay.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I'm gonna use my Mary voice. Okay. Let me see. This one is... Let me see. These are like... They're ghost stories, which is what I like a lot. Okay, this one's short. I'll read this one. It's called A Summer Night's Tale by Dino Rey V. Directo III. If that ain't a Filipino name. If that ain't such a Filipino name. Dino Rey V. Directo III.
Dino, honestly, I feel like Dino is just one of those names that is just Filipino.
It's just so Dino the Filipino. Dino Rey.
Yeah, it's not like Miguel that's very Hispanic, you know.
Dino is so Filipino.
Or Mary that's very English. Like Dino, I feel like Dino is like just one of those names that is just purely Filipino.
It's true. Dino the Filipino. Aqua Drop says, that's very nice of the ghosts. It's true, Aqua. Aqua Drop.
It is true.
Yeah, okay. We'll read one more spooky story for everybody. And then we will probably call it a night. But I'm so glad people still caught up because like it's been a quiet night, but it's still been super fun. Me and Reg have just been shooting the proverbial shit. Just hanging out.
Shooting the Christmas shit.
Exactly. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. Want to make sure everything is okay. I'm gonna read the start. Oh, look at these stickers, by the way.
Ooh, stickers.
Yeah.
Let me see. Because your video's not on Discord, so
fair enough.
Yeah. Anytime
you have to look at the stream. That's true. That's it. Yeah, there you go. It's a bit blurry, but it's basically just like Spider-Verse stuff.
Ooh.
There. Okay. Now it's like properly focused on. They're sparkly too, so they're hard to focus on, but they're not bad. Anyway, back to the story. I'm like, I did it to myself. Now I'm like blurry. That's fine. I can be blurry while I'm telling the story. Okay. A Summer Night's Tale. I'll use my spooky voice. A Summer Night's Tale.
Your spooky but cozy Christmas voice.
Yeah. By Dino Rey V. Directo III. It was a scene straight out of an episode from The Twilight Zone, or perhaps a chapter from one of Bram Stoker's spine-chilling novels. Before my eerie encounter with the supernatural, I was a skeptic, oftentimes shrugging off those stories as make-believe or bedtime tales that grandmas sometimes tell their apos, or grandchildren. That was until I experienced a ghostly tale of my own. My encounter occurred during the mid-90s, when I was still a cub reporter for the Manila Bulletin. My editor, who edited the features and lifestyle section, was given an invitation to the opening night of a play being staged at the ruins of Fort Santiago by a group of stage artists. Although I don't remember the title of the play, I remember distinctly a top-billed sexy actress Tetsi Agbayani, and was directed by comedian Soxy Tapasio. Soxy. Anyway,
These names.
There's such Pinoy names. Anyway, they're coming to get me for saying Soxy. Anyway, because my editor had a previous engagement, she decided to give me the tickets so I could cover it for the paper. The invitation was for Saturday at 7 p.m. at the ruins of the fort, directly across the building that housed Jose Rizal's memorabilia. I decided to turn the assignment into a date and took my then-girlfriend to watch the play with me. It was a glamorous event with a Tinseltown's best, not to mention top politicians and socialites in attendance. The opening night alone was a story in itself. At around 9:20 p.m., during a lull in the play, my girlfriend whispered that she had to go to the bathroom. But there was a long queue at the comfort room behind the stage, so we opted to look for one outside. After asking directions from the security guard, we finally found a comfort room at the side of the fort's main entrance. These restrooms were newly built. Why do you say comfort room than restroom? Anyway, these restrooms were newly built, constructed in the area that used to showcase the cars of Emilio Aguinaldo. Since everybody was at the play, the only person in the vicinity was a security guard at the main gate. Nobody else was around. Oh no, it's a haunted bathroom. Okay.
No.
I hate those. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say I hate those. Those are normally the worst kinds.
They're the worst. Okay. The chamber going into the restroom was cold, damp, and pitch dark. Apparently, nobody was expected to use the facilities at this time of night, so the maintenance man probably turned off all the lights. I had to grope for the light switches. The first door on the left was the ladies' room, and the door down the hallway was for the men's room. Out of habit, I peeked inside the cubicles to see if anyone was there. As expected, nobody was in the restroom.
I would just not go.
Oh, it's so scary. Okay. So I went about my business.
Not go. The vibes are off.
Yeah. So I went about my business. As I was taking a leak, the air inside the restroom plummeted several degrees, like the air from inside a refrigerator when the doors open. That's weird, I said to myself, but didn't think it was anything to worry about. All of a sudden, I felt something caressing my neck. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end. I felt something caressing both my shoulders down to my feet. Goosebumps popped up all over my arms. I didn't know what to do. I did not want to turn around for fear of what I might see behind me. There I was in the middle of answering the call of nature, and some invisible entity was giving me a back rub. I like this guy.
Man, this guy. I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah. To keep me from...
Yeah, that is like the worst time for anything scary to happen. Like when you're in the middle of doing your bathroom business. Number 1 or 2.
I didn't know what to do. I did not want to turn around for fear of what I might see behind me. Oh yeah, sorry. To keep from screaming my lungs out in panic, I began humming some unintelligible song to break the heavy silence. It was like something was about to happen. After what seemed like an eternity, halfway through my act of nature, all 5 toilet bowls in the restroom flushed at the same time. That was all I needed to hear. This is great. Galvanized by fear, I zipped up my pants even though I was not yet done, and fled to the corridor, trying hard not to scream.
No!
This poor guy.
Got pee on pants.
He said to run. But you know, relatable. When I got to the corridor, I heard my girlfriend scream from inside the ladies' room. I rushed inside, grabbed her, and we both scampered out the door. Later, when we both calmed down, she told me that something weird happened to her in the restroom too. As she was answering the call of nature, a person in military boots walked by her cubicle 3 times. At the same time, the tiles in front of her got hit by some inexplicable force and flew outside the cubicle. That was when she decided enough was enough and screamed her head off. Hearing the commotion, the security guard came over to check on us. We told him about what we experienced and immediately radioed for assistance. Ooh. The following day, I relayed my experience to the stage director. He merely laughed at what I told him. Apparently, he and the other members of the play had gotten used to such bizarre happenings that hardly anything scares them anymore.
Very Pinoy. Very Pinoy.
Once he said during a rehearsal, a specter walked across the stage in one of the scenes. Those who saw him said he was Caucasian and dressed in colonial attire. The rehearsals were cancelled for the day. More than a decade after that incident, I still find it hard to go inside Fort Santiago after dark. I love that so much. That is so funny.
I love that.
That's so funny.
Is that just particularly? Those are just particularly creepy to me because I think if you went to a school here in the Philippines, like everyone who went to the Philippines, there's always like a bathroom horror ghost story.
Exactly. Oh, Aquadrop says Dino is a name in Greek. That's true. And no thank you. I'm like, yeah, no thank you also. It is spooky.
I love how spooky. I love how this ghost is the opposite of like the nice driving ghosts. This ghost is like, wow, the worst time.
Yeah, this ghost is just mean. They're like, I'm gonna bother you while you're in the bathroom. Although I guess it's because all the other actors just don't give a shit anymore. You know, they're like they'll be in the bathroom.
Why do they gotta do it while they're peeing though? Why
and
does
horrible
it have
things
to be
are
while-
happening, and you're just gonna be like, whatever, I'm gonna continue peeing, I don't care.
Yeah, gotta be while they're peeing. Like, I mean, this poor guy had to zip up his
Yeah, he
pants.
just had to run, and he grabbed his girlfriend with his pee hands.
Ew! no, that was the scariest part.
That was the
He didn't get to
scariest
wash
part.
his hands after.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
His girlfriend with his pee hands.
Yeah.
No.
Maggie Wee says, no ghosts accosting me at my most vulnerable moment, please, and thanks. So true.
So true. This ghost was just mean.
Yeah, or multiple ghosts, perhaps. This reminds me of the Manila Film Center, because the Manila Film Center is like famously very haunted. And the people who work there are like drag queens, and they're just like their whole thing is just like, welp, we will continue performing in the haunted film center, I guess.
Yeah, there's like there is a very large population of Filipinos that kind of just take the horror stuff in stride.
Yeah, because they have to. It's kind of like everything's haunted at that point, so you're kind of just like, eh. And if you guys
Pretty
can
much.
listen to some of the episodes of Hainai, there's an episode called Madre, which is a Remind Me Tell You Later episode, which is like a special episode where it goes into Mary's backstory, and her ex-girlfriend, Ira, who is played by Reg, by the way, and her ex-girlfriend and her, when they were classmates in high school, they encountered a bathroom ghost also, and it was terrifying as hell. And that is literally just based on our shared experience in an all-girls school. So
in an all-girls school,
Catholic school, in fact.
Yeah, I mean, we still went to like a private school, but like just schools in general in the Philippines, I don't know what it is. They have like very scary bathrooms.
They truly do. It is like oh my gosh, let me tell you, okay, before this call ends, before this stream ends, actual story from my experience, and I think Reg as well, because we went to the same school. There was a bathroom in the elementary school. Do you remember the one that was in the cafeteria, Reg? The one where the sports where the
one at the
athletes,
end?
the one where the one in, like in the middle where the athletes would take baths because there was a shower there.
Yeah, that one.
It was like, so it was the one underneath the auditorium, so it was like in the cafeteria in the bottom. It's the one.
This wasn't the one on the second floor one, right?
This was in
like
grade school. This was in grade school, so it was like where Manong Crep was. Remember Manong Crep?
Oh, Manong Crep, yeah, like the one in the middle.
Yeah, so there's a bathroom there, and I remember it because it's where people took showers and stuff, because it was like, for athletes. But there
which
was like
great to put the athletes' bathroom. I just barely used that one.
I barely used that also. I just know it was like that was what it was for. Here's the thing. There was a line of like cubicles of like, it was like half toilets and half showers, I think. And so scary. There was like a light that was always like going on and off at the very end of that like line of cubicles, and the last door like was like broken. It was hanging off the hinge, and it was like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And like the general rule is that you do not go there alone, because that place is haunted as hell.
Yeah, that probably is also why I rarely use that.
It was
that
spooky.
bathroom.
They never fixed that. Well, maybe they did, but like at the time, they didn't fix that door or that light. It was scary. It was too scary.
I think like for most of my time in Miriam, grade school and high school, I just generally did not go to bathrooms alone.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think none of us did because it was too scary.
Yeah.
And Meggy Wee says
Especially
like
the grade school for some reason.
the grade school especially. Meggy Wee said no, the real horror, the hand washing. So true.
Yeah. That was actually the most horrific part of all, grabbing his girlfriend with his pee hand.
I mean, I know he didn't. I know it's not explicitly stated, but if he was halfway through and he just had to zip up
and then run, the pee hand,
pee hands. Anyway, we are kind of like we just went over actually, so that's kind of perfect timing. We just went over our 2 hours, so this is basically gonna be the end of the stream. So for those of you who don't know, we're gonna post a new episode tomorrow. The new episode is 34.3. Kaibigan or friend, and it'll be spooky. It'll be about it'll be the latter half of last week's episode, which is the last
one.
And it's the last one for the year, kind of, because there's gonna be a special thing that's releasing after it. But it's the last official episode for the year. And we will be on holiday. We would take a break because we need it. We need it really badly. My goodness. And
so excited.
Yeah, and I'm going home to the Philippines. I'm so excited. So I'm going to the Philippines, so we're going to be taking a short break, but me and Reg are going to be meeting up in person. We might record some things to post later, especially for the patrons. And we will be back in February, so in earliest February. Mm-hmm. Yep, so we'll be back with like main episodes, but we'll still be around online. It's just that we're not going to post anything until Feb. So
yeah, we might post a bonus thing or two, but
not an official episode. Yeah, we will be posting bonus things, but not official episodes until February. But yes, other than that, so this is our final stream for the year as well. Unless we suddenly magically decide to get on stream because we're all together and having fun.
Like on Christmas itself.
Mm-hmm. And we will stream in January, so even if there won't be an episode in January, we're going to stream in January, so you can watch out for that on our socials. And other than that, I think it's time to say Maligayang Pasko. Thank you so much.
Maligayang Pasko, everyone.
Yeah, happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're all safe and happy and having a great day, week, month. Thank you so much, Aqua, for saying enjoy your break. Thank you. We will enjoy our break. And as always,
yes, and thank you, Meggy, for happy holidays to you too.
Thank you for joining us, both of you. Thank you, Meggy. Happy holidays. And as always, to all of our listeners, and feel free to get in touch with us on other socials. But thank you. We love you. Oh my gosh. The mouse is not letting me leave. The mouse says you can't leave. Okay. Thank you.
Oh no. Endless live stream.
Yes. Thank you. We love you. And hanggang sa muli. Goodbye, everybody.